And heidi-ho, internet neighbors! Welcome back to the channel. I am Mr. Vormithrax. This is Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, and we are continuing our Schizo 8-Ball Challenge. We started this on Friday. We finished up our previous run, so Friday was a bit of a mix. Don't mind me. I am going to be drinking lots of hot tea, so we might have a few extra breaks this evening. Got a whiff of a cold or something coming on. Not too bad yet, but it's going to make me cough and clear my throat, so you'll have to deal with it. So yeah, Schizo 8-Ball, what's that all about? Well, let me tell you. I am schizophrenic, and we are using a magic 8-ball, an in-game item that mimics a real-world item from the 1950s, and still popular today, I guess, to make some decisions for us. So I'm not going to have it make every single decision, just the ones where it's kind of a coin flip and I don't really have a clear indication of which way to go. We're going to leave that up to the 8-ball to decide, and I'm happy to take viewer suggestions on when to consult the 8-ball. I'm not going to guarantee I'm going to take all the suggestions, but I'll read the funny ones, and we might take advantage of them. But that's what the Schizo 8-Ball Challenge is about. We're schizophrenic, and the other major hard part, as you can see starting right here, is that we are a Proto-type Cyborg, and that means we have all of the bad stuff, all of the bad mutations, so many of the bad. Everything from electrical discharge on down here to wire-induced stiffness is bad. These are all negative CBMs, causing various nasty things. Some are much worse than others. If you've never played one of these kinds of characters, it's rough. It's one of the harder starts. Of particular note, acid discharge is going to constantly be doing me damage across my whole body. Itchy metal thing causes you to itch all the time and interrupts you constantly while you're trying to sleep, read, craft, whatever. And the most important one by far is the leaky bionic. This thing poisons your hidden health stats and makes it so you can't heal, and you're susceptible to all the diseases, and it's just all around really bad. It's the one you always want to make sure you get rid of first. It's not flashy in what it does. You don't notice it happening, but behind the scenes, you're getting poisoned, and it's terrible. So you got to get rid of that thing first. And there's just all sorts of bad ones. Those are the major ones, though. The leaky bionic and the acid discharge. Usually I got to get rid of those first, and the itchy metal thing's kind of in the same mix, second or third. But we don't have an option yet to get rid of that stuff, so that's where we're at there. Back to the main character. We're going smart. So I figured on this one, if I was going to try to remove all these negative bionics, which is one of the main goals of the challenge. I haven't really set an end goal yet. I'm still considering it. It'll take me a long while to get rid of all these bionics. But getting rid of the bionics is probably the first thing. And I figured we better go intelligent, so I stacked our intelligence. We're 13, so 8, 8, 13, 9, when we don't have any negatives going on. And then I also stacked his reading and learning abilities. So we've got Bookworm, Fast Reader, to help us out there. We're also a fast healer. I always take that whenever I take these bionics, or these cyborg starts, because it helps offset the acid discharge and the other issues, because sleep is going to be horrible. Absolutely horrible. We've tried sleeping once so far this run, and it was bad. It's going to be bad every other time until I get rid of some of this stuff. And it's not because of the schizophrenic, it's because of the negative bionics. The schizophrenia wasn't helping, but we can work around that temporarily. Other than that, that's the major ones. We're also trying out Stylish and Optimist, try to keep our spirits up, and we'll see how it goes. And we do have Fleet-footed as our only other advantage for maneuvering around the zombies. So you can see, we're a little damaged, and it's really hard to keep that up because of the poisoning of our immune system from the leaky bionic, combined with the just non-stop interruptions we have when we try to sleep between both the bionics and the schizophrenia. So it's deceptively bad in how hard this is going to get, especially as we bottom out our hidden health stat. So yeah, skill wise we haven't done much yet, so we do have a lot of dodge. I went with a ton of dodge, which we're not taking advantage of at the moment because we've got a bunch of crap on. But we're going to try to use dodge and the fleet-footed to stay alive mostly in this very early part. So that's character sheet. We are hanging out in an a last man on Earth shelter, an LMOE shelter, and our map memory is faded on the design here. Here's our main map, though. We started right down here. I forget exact. Oh yeah, we started in the hospital. We started right there in that That corner of the hospital, that's where we started, and it was good times. We had shock zombies not far away from us. We had to immediately run away from. It put us in the cafeteria, that big open area with all the books and the tables. So we had glass walls with all the zombies outside here being able to see us, plus zombies in the hospital being able to see us. So we ran. And hilariously enough, the very first house we ran into had a perfect condition sports car. So, every once in a while, the game likes to gift me with something like that. That's a pretty major gift. We had a little bit of fun getting it out of the garage because there was a car kind of blocking the way, but we managed it. And we left. We basically just left town. We drove out of town, and we managed to find this LMOE shelter after a little bit of searching around the area. So we're hanging out here. We visited the local farms here and looted those out. We've looted Paxton. End of last episode, we actually pretty much finished looting all of the really important places here in the city here. We've been to all of the garages. We've been to most of the other important buildings. So yeah, we got really lucky again with a nice long clear skies period with full moon. So we had really good visibility, and we were able to hustle around pretty much that whole place, grabbing up the important stuff here and there. We have in no way are we fully outfitted, though. Here's what we're wearing. Pretty good amount of gear so far, so we got lucky in some ways, but we are still short the hacksaw. We don't have the hacksaw from the basic tools, but we've got our lighting solution fixed. We've got our gasoline lantern and plenty of gas to keep it lit, so I don't have to worry about keeping the fire going. We got the stethoscope and the scalpel already, so those a couple other things off the list. We've got the binoculars, great. What else did we pull up? We've got a pretty good amount of the base healing items, so we're not too concerned there. Oh yeah, and we got the rollerblades. So all in all, pretty good finds. Nothing too major elsewise. I'm trying to wear the fancy gear for our stylish trait so we can keep our morale up. We have the headlamp. We got a VX4 Storm. One of my favorite early game weapons to find. It's a rifle that fires 9mm ammo, and I really like it. Trains up your rifle skill. Doesn't have a lot of punch power, but you don't need a lot in the very beginning. Most of the zombies you're going to fight are pretty soft targets, so it's pretty effective, and trains up the rifle skill for the bigger guns later. Yeah, Kevlar vest, so baseball helmet. It's an okay grab bag of various things that we got a hold of. For melee, we're going with the fire axe. We did get a hold of that as well. We've got a combat knife, and that's pretty much it there. Gear we have located. Other guns. Not a lot of ammo yet, but some other guns. H&K, MP5, and such. So we'll take advantage of those as we can. Hunting knife, which I don't butcher much anymore. I don't know. I just... Every once in a while, I'll butcher something for some meat. But I live on nuts. I just live on nuts. So many nuts. I don't know, it's just they're so easy to come across and healthy for you. The access is pretty simple, so I go with the nuts. We got the sledgehammer, acetylene torch, we got one, and we know where a bunch of other torches and gas tanks are, but I usually only need one torch, just to get the basic welding system and tools going, and then I'm good from there. You can see we've got a mess of other kind of random stuff. Pretty good mess, but we are missing a few important things, and we got a long way to go. Food, we've got a pretty good supply. We don't have any large-scale bulk calories, so that will be a problem. I haven't collected enough nuts yet. I gotta go to get my squirrel busy and get some more, but we're okay. Books, oh yeah, books is where I was a little unhappy, so there's our book list. Not a lot that I can work on really yet, so we're missing books. It's something fierce. For a guy who's all about book learning and smashing through reading stuff, we're not doing so good there. All right, so that's kind of it. Let's fill in. Let's turn this on. Let's fill the map back in. All right. Now we know what it looks like. Oh yeah. If you're not aware, a lot of the LMOE shelters have these secret rooms now in this solid-looking wall. So, if you see a corner of an LMOE shelter that's blank, make sure you search it for one of these fold-away walls. They're fairly newish, so a lot of people are used to the old stuff and aren't aware that there is a secret door like that anymore. LMOE is the only place I've seen that so far. I haven't seen it used anywhere else in any of the other new buildings, but it's possible that they are being used and I've just missed them. Alright, so we're good there. So it's 3 a.m., we're tired, and I got to look forward to another really bad night's sleep. I'm not looking forward to it. So here's the plan, loosely. Like I said, we've mostly looted out all of the interesting buildings here. We did a pretty thorough sweep. There are some left that I didn't get into or didn't fully explore. Some of the docks offices we haven't been able to get into the safes or the computer locked rooms, for example, so I didn't mark those off. There is a used bookstore, but I'm not ready to deal with Nothics, and if you don't know what those are, they're like magical guardians that are hiding inside the bookstore. You can get magic books and items in there, but it's too dangerous for this guy right now. Yeah, we know where engine cranes are. Actually, did I bring... I think I left it in the vehicle. I think we brought back an engine crane. We did drag one out. So we have an engine crane. But I think the plan is get a night's sleep, maybe sleep through the day so we get another chance at good night vision. And if we do, we may go explore the town here. But take a look at this spot right here. There's a lab right there. Now, I don't know which kind it is. I couldn't get close enough to see if it's the new mini lab, the one-floor lab, or if it's the old-style lab. I suspect it may be the mini lab, just based on it being buried in the middle of the city like this. It's pretty odd to see one of the old-style labs have the map gen put it inside a city, but it's possible. We've already cleared what I care about in the airport here, and that LMOE as well. So, other than going out and exploring the wild blue yonder out there, or going up this way, it's looking like this is going to be just one big old city up here, because I haven't seen much of a commercial district or industrial district yet. So I think it's going to be a really big city. So we'll probably need to try to take advantage of that. I don't really have anywhere else to go other than off-road exploring open plains area. The only other road route I've got is down this way. So we've got a road paralleling the river here, and we've got a bridge going across. And we haven't gone that way. Oh, wait. I didn't even notice. We got another big city down here. Alright. I didn't notice that last time I was looking over this way. So, likely, that road is going to connect into that city. As I see as it rows right along the side of the river again here. So that could be useful. But we already got a city pretty close to us to the north here that we're going to take advantage of. What's the yellow T left of your home in the forest? There's a yellow T. Oh, over here? Yeah, that's just a fungal tower. You know, just a fungal tower, just hanging out right over there. It's apparently not active, because I would have seen fungal by now. I don't think I noticed that previously, so good spotting it, but were it an active fungal tower, I most definitely would have seen fungus, because I've traveled up and down this road multiple times now, and the fungus from a tower that's fully active can reach out in a huge radius around it. So I most definitely would have seen fungus by now if it was going to produce any. I don't know what the deal is with the fungal towers. Some of them just don't do anything. They just sit there and do nothing. They don't spread. They don't have any of the fungal critters. None of that. So I don't know why, but it happens. Excuse me. Alright, so that's the situation. So 3 o'clock, I gotta decide. I'm already tired now. Do I... I don't want to push myself into dead tired too much. Let's work on fab. I don't have survival yet. I need survival 2, cooking 1 in order to take advantage of the pine nuts. Yeah, let's work on fab. Alright, there's more acid discharge. Watch my hit point bars, are about to go dunk. Ouchie! And there's the scratchiness. Good old scratchy. Itchy metal things. Oh, more scratchy. Alright, wow, we got to fab level 2. This is so bad. So much interruption. So 5 a.m. Ideally, I'd like to go to noon, but I'm going to be too tired if I try that. Let's go a little bit longer. Oh, So fast we can read when we're not getting interrupted constantly. Alright, so there's Fab 3, and I can go to 4, and then I've got a gap. I don't have a 4 to 6 book yet. So that's the one thing I was pretty disappointed with our travels down in this city, is we could not get a hold of any books. We're very, very light on books. No schools down there that I was able to raid. I haven't seen any yet in the northern city, but hopefully we can come across some. But we hit all the bookstores and libraries that were down here, and we got a whole bunch of very little. What are we up to? 8:30. I think that's a good compromise. Yeah, that's a good compromise. Let's go ahead and eat and drink and go to sleep. And we'll see just how much sleep we get, because it's going to be interrupt. It's going to be bad. Have some milk. Bull and slaked. Wait 5 minutes. Oops. Alright, peckish. I am normal weight. Let's have a vegetable pie. Alright, full turgid. Stats are good. Do I throw bandages on top of my healing factor? Only got first aid 1, almost 2. How many do I have? Got 1 kit I haven't unlocked yet. 12 of the gauze. 20 aspirin and no bandages. I'm carrying all the bandages currently. 9. So, I think I'll throw some makeshift bandages on because we've got a ton of those, and we'll hope that helps a little bit. All right, let's head on over to our sleepy time. Nope. The other bandage. Makeshift. I know it's very poor, but it'll help a little bit. Alright, let's go with just that. Let's go with the makeshift bandaging. Do I take Methorazine before we sleep? I think I'm going to try to sleep without it first. We'll see just how bad this is. We're going to get constantly woken up by 2 or 3 of our various bionics. That's the worst of the whole process. We'll just see how it goes. 9:30 a.m. Woke back up. 9:57. Woke back up. 11:03. Woke back up. 12:10. Woke back up. 12:11. Woke up. 12:17. Woke up. There's the acid discharge again. Continue trying to fall asleep. It's just so bad. So bad. Hey there, Kanyo95. Thank you very, very much for the cheer. Appreciate that. Been watching. Oop, I missed the rest of the message. Oh, been watching the YouTube channel for a while. Helped me get into this amazing game I love. First stream to have some bits. Well, thank you very much. Like I said, glad you've been enjoying the game, and I'm happy anything I've been able to do has been able to help you enjoy it. We're up to 4 o'clock. keep going. No, almost nothing helps. It's mostly the acid discharge and the itching that's waking me up. not the electrical stuff. So you'll notice we were almost fully healed, and then we fell back again. Almost healed, fell back again. And that's why I'm not too worried currently about fully bandaging and disinfecting, because it's just going to get hit again. And my fast healer is still just about enough to keep it up. It's impossible for me to keep full health, basically. So I've just got to be used to, and I've done this start enough times, I know that it's impossible to achieve full health. It's just going to constantly be getting hit by this acid discharge. So I'm just hopeful that when I finish sleeping, I'm at least back to where I started. That's kind of my benchmark. When I start to fall back in health from trying to sleep, that's where it's going to be the biggest problem. We'll try one more time, but I think I might have... Oh, we actually did fall asleep, and we're staying asleep. Oh my goodness! Oh, we didn't get much health out of it, but we're up to 9:41 p.m., so that's enough. Mostly what I care about is maintain my health, followed by get enough sleep that I get rid of the tired and the very tired, or all the tired statuses. So how long they're gone, who knows? And I'll have to probably start slathering on more real bandages and stuff later. So yeah, it's probably a good idea to go ahead and boil the bandages. I just don't bother usually at this stage, because normally when I've got a mobile character like this, I pick up so many first aid kits and regular bandages, I don't have to worry about the other stuff. Alright, let's have some more milk before it goes bad on us. And another vegetable pie. And we need to go upstairs, we need to check our lighting status. Full moon, is it clear skies? Please be clear skies. Nope, it's drizzle. Alright, so we don't currently have good vision conditions to just run rampant in the city. So how do I want to approach this? We could... It's critical that I keep moving as much as possible. I can't just sit tight. I don't have... The books that I need, I don't actually have available. So I need first aid books. I need... electronics and mechanics, and I don't really have any way of raising any of those currently. So everything else could be helpful in various ways, of course, but those are the things I need the most. So I do have 3 science ID cards, so I have an ability to get into that lab. And I have some guns. I would rather have better heavy caliber guns, but we could get in there. And I might take a trip up there just to verify which version of the lab it is. It's pretty important to know. I haven't actually fully explored on a live stream the new 1-level mini lab. By mini, it's a little misleading. It's a single floor, but it's just massively jam-packed with gear. It's got gear in the level, or item loot in the level of the research facility. It's just... After I do it the first time in the live stream, I may put it off limits for me to visit. So, it's that bad. It's going to have like 100 scientists and 100 security guards. 1 or 2, some turrets to deal with, of course, and a couple of bio-operators, and that's it. And other than that, it's just so massively stuffed with things. It just seems like another Monty Hall location, but we'll see. Alright, so what to do? I can't just sit still because I'm poisoning my body with that stupid bionic. And I'm not sure if the mini lab has an auto dock room. If it is the new version of the mini lab, that may not solve my problem, because I might not have access to an auto dock. I might still be stuck with the problem of not being able to uninstall bionics because lack of an auto dock. And we didn't find one. Actually, I can't remember. I don't think any of the doctor's offices I found over here had an auto dock. They were versions that didn't have it, from what I remember. So here's the other thing that's going on up here. There's our sports car, but we also have a security van, which is currently gasless, and we have to do a little bit of work on it. And a nice military cargo truck, which always baffles me, because apparently it considers people to be cargo. Is that like the correct designation? That they call GIs cargo? Because it doesn't carry anything else. It's got no cargo space. But, whatever. So, heavy-duty cargo truck. 10 liters of diesel in it. It's not a lot, but it'll get us around a little bit. So we can trundle around in that without too much of a problem. Whoops. I shouldn't be bumping around out here with my lantern on. So that's what we got for vehicles. The sports car is looking pretty bad. It's gotten beaten up a bit. I gotta be real careful with it. Yeah, we gotta at least go over there and check that out, and I'll run some houses or something. And if we get lucky and the weather clears, we'll go crazy. So let's see, how are we geared up currently? I gotta decide whether I'm gonna ditch all of the heavy clothing to try to get my dodge back up. Nighttime, it's not that big a deal. I can usually see and avoid the damage. So let's leave the lantern and the flute and the game system. I'll keep the MP3 player, ditch the washing kit. Well, you guys go up there. And not gonna need binoculars for this run. Keep the meds. Keep the 8-ball, of course. Alright, so I gotta think about this over here. Kevlar vest. We're crippled up on backpacks. Let's fix that first. We're not taking. So if we go with just a travel pack for now. Dump the backpack. Excuse me. Dump the backpack. So storms over our shoulder. The travel packs are only carrying capacity item, jacket, suit. Yeah, it's so much. It's only 28 torso encumbrance, but it's trashing our dodge. So I gotta decide on the value of the dodge. Oh yes, plus rollerblades isn't helping. Stitch the rollerblades. Wear the hiking boots. Wear those hiking boots. Alright, that's not bad. 5.7 dodge. That's pretty respectable, and we've actually got a decent amount of carry capacity. And protection to go with it. I'll take it. I think that'll work. Let's leave behind that other worse off pair of boots. Keep the rollerblades in the vehicle. I might want to pull them out if we get clear skies. So I think we're good. We're at 9.8. Still seems like a lot. What else am I carrying? Claw bar. The rollerblades are pretty bulky. That'll drop another 2 or 3. I think we'll go with that. Alright, let's also throw a real bandage on our torso and our head. Those "you shall now be dead" locations if they take too many hits. And I think we're good. Yeah, when we built the character, I had a ton of points left. I had to spend them. I couldn't spend them anywhere else because we had maxed out what I was allowed to spend in both traits and in stats, because I just wanted the intelligence, so I couldn't raise the intelligence any further without lowering something else. And multi-pool, I can only carry over limited things, so once I had maxed those out, I was stuck with this big handful of skills. And I can learn all the other skills. This guy's whole point is he's a super fast reader, so high intelligence with bookworm and with fast reader. He's just going to blitzkrieg through books, so it didn't make any sense to me to spend the points on things I can easily raise anyway. So I went with dodge, because dodge is pretty hard to raise, and it's extremely useful right up front. So that's what we did. That's how I how I determined how I was going to do that. Oh yeah, that's right, there is no door there. I do not have light amp goggles yet, unfortunately. I really, really want my light amp goggles. One of the main things I go for now. We got bad visibility. I don't know, do I just run this over there? I think I might just run over there. Nah, let's not. Let's take the vehicle. Headlights. And... alright. Do. Yeah, for efficiency's sake, it's always better to spend your points on stats, because those are the hardest thing to raise in-game. If you're playing a long-term character, stats are the best thing to raise, because skills you can get in-game through other means. Stats, you're pretty limited. A couple of CBMs, a couple of mutation types, and that's about the only possibility of raising your stats. Unless you're playing with mods for stats do skills, stats do kills, that kind of stuff. So, better to throw the points into stats. Make sure you max that out as fully as possible. Carry over whatever points you can. And then learn the skills in-game. Now, short term, usually skills are going to be more powerful, but at a long-term deficit, so... just depends on your goal and what you want to do and all that good stuff. Whoa! Alright, we didn't know about these. We just randomly rolled across a supply drop. Hey, supply drop. I haven't seen yet any bad guys in the area. Gee. So it's MREs, clothing, army clothing, smoke grenades, MREs, MREs, purifier. That's kind of an odd mix in there. Some more food items. And we got some hard arm guards at least. I don't care about the winter gear. I think that's it. Four crates? 4 crates. Yep. That's about right. Alright, let's leave these over here. And the rollerblades. Okay, headlights. Where are we? Where do I want to... oh, crap. That's right. We've got a flaming eye over here I forgot about. Him we need to avoid. I gotta decide. I think I'm going to park the truck. If I can get it isolated, I'm going to park the truck out here. Park out on this road. Let's go straight north and we'll wrap around the dairy. I gotta stay way away from that flaming eye. I hate to lose this character with... pretty decent start to totally random fungal infection from a flaming eye. That would be bad. Alright. Jeez. Good old bushes shunting me to the side. I am worried a little bit about gas. This truck burns gas, and I don't have a lot, so we might have just this one trip and then be out of gas. Alright. We'll park that way. Headlights off, stop driving. Really bad visibility. There we go. Not helped by our sunglasses. Alright, arm guards. I've already got our hard arm guards, so now we've got a backup. We'll leave that up here as well. Keeping the 8-ball, leave the purifier, and that. Everything else is fine. Alright, so what are we at? 6 out of 33. That's a pretty good number. We've got a point where we can come back to drop gear off. Right there. Alright, I think I'm just going to head into town. We'll kind of check houses as we go and work our way up towards that lab, get a view which kind it is. Why not start doing freeform to make your people? I don't want freeform. I like some kind of structure and restrictions to what kind of characters I can build. We did actually have to play something weird with this one because the frail trait was brought in by the scenario, but it was only counting on the negative side. It wasn't letting me spend points on the positive side for having it, but it was causing me to lose points on the negative side. So it was weird. I don't remember seeing that happen before, having to account for that. So we did modify slightly because of that. And every once in a while I do, depending on my theme, my challenge, my storyline, I will mod characters as necessary to fit the story. Bring in items if they're integral to the theme, all that kind of stuff. It's a single-player game. You guys play it however the hell you want to play it. I'll play it however the hell I want to play it. And now I can't see again. I guess that is the same site. Do. I don't care if people play freeform. You guys are feel free to play it however you want. Freeform's fine. People get all sorts of bent out of shape when they hear people playing stats through skills, stats through kills, because that's cheating. That breaks the game. It's like, whatever, play it. Have fun with it. I played with it early game. Had good times with it. Choose not to use it now because I need other artificial ways of increasing the difficulty factor, and I don't consider that level of stats to be fun any longer. But it's all subjective. Single player game. It's not like we're all playing the same with the same difficulty factors and the same world settings and everything else. There's no leaderboard, no accomplishments or anything like that. Alright, it's one of these houses. So, I've got a noisemaker that's gonna go off at random. Plus, we're getting various hallucination effects from both being schizophrenic and from some of the CBMs. So again, it's a little misleading. Wow, notice this number? Sound 11. Just walking. Sound 11. That's from our I think that's from our squeaky ankles. I want to say that's from our squeaky ankles. Cruel twist of fate. Poorly executed CBM surgery has given you a pair of useless bionics that make squeaking noises when you walk. So, I get noise 11. Normally your noise is like 4. Maybe 4 or 5. Just walking. So zombies 4 or 5 spaces away can hear you. Not this guy. Everything within 11 spaces can hear me walking around. That's pretty bad. Any magic class you would recommend avoiding? I'm not particularly fond of the animist classes myself. I think all of the animist classes, in my opinion, and again, just my opinion, in my opinion, they are... I just don't like them. The amount of time it takes to summon their minions is really, really high. You can't do it during anything remotely close to being in combat. So you have to kind of prep a situation, then summon them from safety, then get them into the fights. And granted, I don't have a lot of experience with it, but yeah, it just I can't seem to find a way of making their main ability actually be useful. So I'm not a fan of the Animist. And Korg and Aptonym and the other folks working on it know all about that. Or my preferences anyway. But I don't know, other people might enjoy them. But I just can't seem to get the Animist to do something useful for me. Alright, pretty useless. Utility basements. We're out of here. Druid's pretty powerful. I can't remember all the names of all of them. A number of the other ones are pretty powerful, especially if it has any kind of a summoned weapon, like the Nature's Bow from the Druid is probably, in my opinion, the strongest and most overpowered spell, with the possible exception of some funny things you can do with the Haste and the Technomancer's... What's the name of that spell? The Technomancer's spell that raises your... He starts with it, and it raises your speed and your intelligence by a pretty good amount. That's pretty overpowered, too. That's true. That's true. I hadn't thought about Serpasco. If I find Harmonica, I'll have to start using it. I should throw the MP3 player in, but our focus is actually really high right now. And I'm not actually fighting or anything, so it's not like I'm skilling anything up. Don't need winter gloves, thanks. So far, we're getting a whole lot of nothing. More nothing. Extra pile of nothing. Alright, so done. Let's just keep working our way down the street. This side of the street, anyway. Wow, we actually successfully managed to, canned veggies. Look more like a bottle veggie, but whatever. Actually managed to successfully pry open a window without breaking it. Cell phone, I'll take the battery charge. I did update my experimental version again, so there have been a couple of changes. Of note, item drops from monsters is now matched against the item drop rate you set in your world settings. So I play with a 0.5 item drop rate, so zombies are now going to drop half the loot that I'm used to them dropping. So that'll be interesting to kind of figure out and get a handle on. Alright, I am not rollerblading currently. That's yet another house done. Yeah, let's just stick to this side of the street. I haven't really seen any zombies yet either. Oh, there's some noise. Alright, now they're coming to get me. Some apples? Nah. the one cookbook I already have. Thanks, game. Morale enhancement device. We gotta have that. Oh, cough syrup. Hydrogen peroxide. As I dodge around the kitty. Windbreaker. I'll take a comic book. Excuse me. So I do have got a bit of a... I'm not sure yet if it's a cold. I got something causing me a little bit of congestion. It's getting down into my throat, so it's making me cough a bit. So bear with me as I hack my way through tonight's live stream. Chickens. Oh, I keep forgetting. I gotta pay attention to these clothes. I need stylish. Or fancy. So the suit is fancy. Swap the suit out for the, what do we got? 95%, 7 encumbrance, 2.5. Versus my subject suit. 95, 3 encumbrance. 331 storage. That's funny. Subject suit's actually better protection at half encumbrance. Huh. I think I'll stick with the subject suit for now. Alright, my least favorite building. Good old duplex. Oh, we got the garage. Oh, one of these. So, survivor house? Pretty sure this is a survivor house. I ain't messing with it. Alright, done. Survivor house. If I find a working vehicle, I might smash my way in. That's true. I do apparently have a leaky bionic in real life. I just got over a few weeks ago my seasonal allergies, which really kicked my ass. One of those houses. Yeah, I had a couple of weeks of reprieve from that nonsense. Just finally got rid of the last of it, and now I got something else. Duct tape is always worthwhile. We're on the other side of a duplex again. Let's leave that side alone. Alright, so lab is right across the street. Let's go see which kind it is. It's the new kind. It's the one I'm not familiar with. Alright, so yeah, this is... I suspected it would be the new kind, given where it was placed. Big Book of First Aid? Oh, not Big Book First Aid. Dang it. I thought that was Big Book of First Aid symbol. And we'll take the do-it-yourself. So, yeah. What is the new version? The little bit of I've seen, in a live stream at least, is there's an elevator that goes down, and then a lot of times I've had people ask me, what do you do when you go down the elevator and you find out that zombies have broken the elevator controls down at the bottom? Because they tend to do that. Which is a bit of a problem. I think it's a design problem. I think that needs to be fixed. But there's usually, at least in the few I've investigated outside of my live streams, there's usually a connector to a railway network to other places. So, but yeah, I don't know. There's a few possibilities. It really depends. But I've got 3 ID cards. So, worst case, I believe I can get all the way down. I am going to go ahead and open this, because we are definitely going to go. There's the elevator controls right there. But I'm not going to go down that part yet. So we've got it open. We can actually get down there. But I'm not ready to handle the... See, I don't know the layout. I don't know where the turrets are. That's one of the big problems. I don't have any kind of vision enhancement that's going to let me get a bead on the turrets without... poking my head around corners constantly, and I'm not sure what the line of sight's going to be like and all that kind of stuff. So I'm really waffling. It's also not like the standard labs where I don't think there's too many doors. Well, there may be a ton of doors that I actually have to pickaxe or security ID card my way through. Ideally, I'd like to get a look at this city before I head in here. See if there's any other hunting supply stores where I have a fair good chance of getting low light goggles. So, and I also don't think that they have auto docks in here. It's totally different kind of a lab than the standard labs. I don't think there's auto dock couches in this thing, which doesn't solve my larger problem. Would be a source for other stuff, but we're not a high combat specialist either. I think we're gonna look around the city some more. We're going to hope that the drizzle goes away and we get some sight. Nothing but houses nearby and one gun store. Yeah, it's a cool layout. I have issues with just how much supply it has in there. It's got like an entire research facility stuffed into one floor. So it's just a ridiculous amount of stuff. And I mean, I play on double zombies, so it's going to be stuffed full of scientists and security guards. So I'll probably end up coming out of there with like 30 CBMs and 15 Kevlar vests from the security guards, and just tons and tons and tons of chemicals for mutations and stuff. But yeah, we'll see. I had to go peek into one to answer some people's questions once, so I've looked at it out of game, out of a live stream, but I haven't actually been into it in a live stream. So we will go in there, but if I'm going in, I'm going to need to bring a little more weaponry than I think I've got currently, because I don't want to be meleeing in this setup. But I have not yet located a full lab or a house with an autodock basement. That's why at the moment I'm content, I think, to just keep investigating houses. We could luck across an autodock basement and other gear we might need. So I'm going to work my way up to that gun store, I think, as well. Of course, they had to put it right next to a pool. I still laugh at pools. Pools are funny. So many people inside pools in the early springtime. 37 degrees outside. Alright. Another light zombie presence location. Oh, it's another empty house. One of those houses again. Possible basement. Other than that, not gonna be anything in here. Oh, other than a child zombie, apparently. Nope, no basement. Alright. Let's do this. Oh, bunch of zombie. Ooh, big old pack of dogs. Alright. We want to check this. Tiny bit of gas and battery, no controls. Alright. Another duplex. God, I hate duplexes so much. So much. Oh. The duplex honor has been saved. I have gotten, excuse me, I've gotten Pop-Tarts. Toastums from a duplex. Do I take the blanket, the electric blanket? Electric blankets are pretty cool. They've got, actually, I don't remember. I don't think I've ever seen a blanket with an actual battery supply. Yeah, I don't remember ever seeing a blanket that actually had a battery. But mostly it's because it's got 5 heating elements. It's got heating elements, it's got wire, easy to take apart. So grab a couple electric blankets and you can get all your welding done. They'll have the heating elements you need to put together your makeshift welders. So, yeah, I got space. We'll ditch it if I need to. Alright, so done. House is up, barrel runner, house is occupied. Let's not go into the occupied house with a feral runner right behind me. Alright, let's go straight north, I think. Safe mode on. Feral runner catches me. Whoa! Alright, feral runner. Safe mode off. Run mode on. Run mode off. Ah, shock zombie keeps triggering it. Yeah, I don't want the oh crap. Oh crap. We got the fast moving shock zombie again? Look at that guy. Look at that guy, he's keeping up with me in run mode. I hate these shock zombies. I don't know what's their deal lately. They've turned into track stars. That was weird the way he was moving. I'm not sure. Maybe my noisemaker went off. I can't remember how loud the noisemaker is. Maybe he was coming directly towards me because of the noisemaker. Because that was quite the sprint that he put on there. Alright, standard zombie I should be able to stay ahead of. A little too much noise to check that one out. Yeah. This one's all occupied too. It is. Alright, let's circle around and then back to the... Whoops! Oh, that was not good. Thank you very much. That was not good. Let's see. Into an occupied house. Torso now at 3 bars. Stamina's dropping. Oh, that's not good. God dang it. Yeah, this is a problem. This is quickly becoming a problem. Oh, better be a... Oh, there's not going to be a window up here, what you bet. Crappity crap. I'm getting screwed by map gen. Map gen is having its way with me. First, I had to circle a room only to come right back into the thing I was trying to escape. Now I'm heading up into a dead end, and they're going to force me to come back down again. M240 Autonomous Crow, huh? Yeah. Probably my schizophrenia. I am currently hallucinating. So it's most likely a hallucination.